Welcome back. Last time we talked about where inventory is, storage dimensions. Today we're talking about who, what, and when. Specifically, how to track individual or groups of items throughout your entire supply chain using tracking dimension groups in Dynamics 365 Supply Chain Management. This is essential for quality control, regulatory compliance, and warranties. What are tracking dimensions? To view or configure a tracking dimensions groups, go to Modules, Cost Management, Inventory Accounting Policies Setup, Tracking Dimensions Groups. A tracking dimension group is assigned to your product to define how you track it. Unlike storage dimensions, which define location, tracking dimensions define uniqueness. The main dimensions here are batch number and serial number. You also have owner, which is key for consignment inventory. Batch number tracking. Batch number tracking is used when you need to track a group of homogeneous products made or received at the same time. Think of it like a lot number. If one item in the batch has a quality issue, you can quickly recall every other item in that same batch. Scenario. You receive 500 units of coffee beans. They all get assigned batch 2025-05A. D365 tracks all 500 units under that single batch number. Serial number tracking. Serial number tracking is the most detailed tracking. It assigns a unique identifier to every single unit. This is mandatory for high-value items, items with warranties, or items that require individual servicing. Scenario. You sell a high-end laptop. Each one gets its own serial number, SN1234, SN1235, etc. D365 creates a separate transaction record for every single laptop, making inventory management much more granular but also resource-intensive. The checkbox configuration. Just like storage dimensions, the power is in the settings. For each dimension, batch, serial, owner, you have checkboxes that control the tracking rules. Active must be checked to use the dimension. Physical inventory. If checked, the system requires a batch or serial number during physical updates like product receipt or picking. Primary stocking, usually serial number. If checked, inventory reservations and the on-hand form will primarily group and reserve items based on this dimension. Assigning tracking dimension groups. The tracking dimension group is assigned to your released product master. Once you have live inventory transactions for an item, whether it's on a purchase order, in stock, or on a sales order, you generally cannot change its tracking dimension group. This is because the core structure of how the system tracks your stock would be fundamentally altered. Pro tip: for serial tracked items, you have the option to track the serial number only on sales for warranty purposes, saving system resources compared to full-blown inventory tracking. Conclusion and next steps. Tracking dimension groups are critical for compliance, quality, and service. Choosing between batch, groups, and serial, individual tracking depends entirely on your product's needs, value, and regulatory requirements. Which tracking dimension is more important for your business? Batch or serial? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Zeeshan Haq Reviews for more tutorials on D365 finance and supply chain management.